Hello guys, Wahoo here, back with another video, this time around with the new update, the Adventures update or expansion for Trove. We are currently on the PTS server, showing off the features that are on that right now. There's a whole very long list of on patch notes that will, of course, I will link in the description. So if you want to check out the whole one, that is not what I'm planning on doing today. I just want to show you guys like the key features and a little about how to get started on the Clubs 2.0 and so on, as far as I have gathered information as it is right now. But like I said, you can always go to the description, and you can always click on the patch notes if you want to get like specific information about the things. I will only go over the what keynotes I think that describes this adventure. So if you like this video, please give it a like, subscribe, all that jazz, and let's just get into the first thing, which is of course Clubs 2.0. And as you can see, I'm on the PTS server right now, and you might be familiar with the character. That is actually because you can now copy your live characters or live account to the PTS account. It's very easy. It says so right in the patch notes. Very easy. Don't want to talk much more about that, but that's why you see the same character but not the same club. About the same club, because I had to make a new one on the PTS server. So Clubs 2.0, as you can see in the background, there's a couple of buildings and there's some NPCs and stuff like that. I will go over them while we kind of get through all of this. So first of all, let's get into the new UI of clubs. As you can see, I made Club Wahoo on the PTS server, which I'm the president of. There's new ranks and stuff like that. We'll get into that shortly. But you can see the club is level 1, and this is bugged right now, I think, because if I change character, this changes and stuff like that. I'm not completely 100% sure what this means, but I thought it was the total power rank of the whole club. But I don't know if that's really the thing. Maybe it's just which characters I am on right now or whatever. But I'm at least on. There's at least one person, which is only me in the club at the moment. So if you want to go config your club, basically you have to press this little wheel here, and you will get into scene members like it was before. One of the things is you can see primary, which is very important. Primary is very important. I can't click this one right now, but if I had other clubs, I could click these and set it to my primary club. You can still invite people, of course, and leave club and stuff like that. As you can see right here, it says something about how stuff is basically information. Not really much to say about that. But as you can see up here, there is different tabs. There's a fixtures, which I like to call buildings instead, because well, that just makes more sense to me. So I call these buildings, which is actually fixtures, but I call them buildings. Then you have adventures and permissions. So let's go into permissions, because we can talk a little bit about the new ranks. So there's a bit more ranks, and here you can do basically set them, customize them as you want to do different things. And there's a lot of things you can basically do with all of these, and you can basically give everybody permission for everything, or you can basically take permissions away from members, or even like your VPs and officers and whatnot. So this is absolutely amazing, and this is something I've been looking for a very long time. I would have liked it if you could change the titles of people. That would make it a little bit more customizable, but this is a good start, and maybe in the future we can change these ourselves. But that is just the new ranks, and which is absolutely amazing. So let's start with the buildings, because that makes the most sense before we go into adventures. So you made a club, and you want to get started on the whole leveling up your clubs and doing daily things and whatnot and stuff like that. So the first thing you want to do is you want to make a rally of heroes and a Trove'S qubit union. And as you can see, these fits into the blue sockets. There's also other features or other things you can put in the different slots as you level up your club. And these all gives bonuses, which we're gonna go over when we well, not all of them, but some of them when you get over to the union. It would take too long if I had to go through them all. If you want the specific numbers and whatnot, you can always again go to the description and you can click the patch notes. It says it all there, which one costs what and what it gives, and so on and so on. But as we unlock more things, we can have more features. But as you can see, if you go all the way to the bottom, that's the easiest one I feel I can see. There's only 2 legendary spots, and there's actually 4 statues. So you can only have 2 features each time. So as I said about having a primary club, is that you set your primary club, and that is what you get your features out of. So if I was to use, let's say I was using this one, which gives extra bonus physical damage and magic damage, if we use that one in the club, if you set this one as your primary, you can get the benefits of that. So you can always change this. So if you know that you're part of another club and they have, for example, extra magic find, and you're out just wanting to have more magic find because you're going to farm all day or something like that, then you can basically set that as your primary, and then you can get the bonuses out of that. You can also, of course, upgrade these to a tier 2, which of course gives some more, basically. There's also down here you can see which benefits the specific club has, so you can like better see what it is. And rent is of course a new thing, which you have to pay rent. We have to pay rent for in 3 days and 10 hours. And the more things, shrines, rally, all those things cost extra rent. So the more things you have, of course, you have to pay more rent to uphold all these. And they put in the rent thing is because if you don't pay rent, basically it's going to just, make your club inactive, and that's why you have to pay rent to keep. So there's not just a bunch of clubs that just keep going and going and going, and nobody really takes care of them or whatever. You have to pay that rent to get those bonuses. And there's a way of you contributing to both to the rent and to the leveling and upkeep of basically the club. So that's basically what this one does right now. So when you build this and you drag this over here, I can still drag it over here. It gives you an option: do you want to build this now? And then it removes this UI interface, and it shows you up a big statue, as you can see in the background, and then you can place it in your club somewhere. So it's basically very easy to build as soon as you dragged it over here. I had a little bit of time to figure that out. But let's head over to adventures, because that's the whole way of making this whole system work. So as you can see, I have 3 people right here. There's a way you can remove them if you want somebody else. It's completely random which one you get, but when you level up your club, you get up in tiers, and the higher tier you have, the better NPCs or quest givers comes and gives you these quests. So some of them sleep, 2 of them can never sleep, and one of them actually sleeps. So he's down for 13 minutes still, so I can't get quests from him right now. But if I wake him up, then you can get quests for him. So basically it's going to cost you a little bit to wake him up, and then you can make quests if you want to do specific quests with him. So, and also, of course, you can remove them for a price, and you can do all that again with the clubs. So basically that's the UI, the new UI with the clubs, and it's very much a lot better than it used to be, for sure. So let's get into the club adventures, or more like the buildings that are here. So these are the quest givers. As you can see, if I right now, as you can, that's the wrong button. If you can see up here, I already have a quest going from this guy. I can get a new one if I click, and then it would change up there, but I don't want to change it right now. This guy should actually be sleeping, but for some reason he's still awake. I've had these issues before. I've also seen him sleeping, but for right now he's basically sleeping. I'm just want to make sure that he is actually supposed to, yeah. Oh, he actually is awake. Oh, he sleeps for 5 minutes. Sorry about that. It was the other way around. But I had a bug where he was actually supposed to sleep and he wasn't. So it's the kind of the first day on the PTS server. So some things are still working on. But these are basically just walk up, you do the quest, you get the adventuring, and then you go over here to the union, which is basically the I would probably call them bank. You go to the mining, and here is that you just take 10 of your adventuring and basically make them to this. So very, very easy and very, very simple. And over here you can actually contribute this, and you basically just donate, and then they're able to take maybe take it out and stuff like that. Everything, like it says, every little bit helps. Basically, because the buildings and the upkeep cost money, or cost these clubbits. So the more people you have, the more easier it is to get all these. There is a cap on all this, but a daily cap, how much you can get. But yeah, there is of course that. But you can see these all cost these, and this is a one-time deal. So when you buy this, you have it. But again, you can only have, was it 4? I think it was 4. So 2 of the features you can't have in your club. So if you take the one we were talking about before, if we place this one in, well, I think you can actually have them all bought, all of them, but I'm not sure. I think you can have them all placed in your club. But if they're placed, I think, well, you still have to have them in here, and then when you move them in here, you know, that's how you get the bonus, but you still have the building standing there. I'm not sure about that, because, you know, I haven't been that far. As you can probably tell, I haven't been that far in the game yet. I don't think it destroys the building, and then in that sense, I think you still have it standing around, but that's not the feature or not. But this is a bonus physical damage and magic damage to all members who have selected this as their primary club. So we are in with the primary club again. You know, if this was my primary club, as it is right now, and we had this activated, then this feature would be given to all those people that have set it as the primary. So basically, these are the, I would call them common, and this is a little bit more expensive, and then you have the legendary ones, as they call them. This is 10,000, but this is actually very, very a good one, because it reduces the upkeep of all other fixtures placed, or buildings placed in the same club world. So basically, if you have this one, it's going to be cheaper to pay rent, basically. The base buildings doesn't cost any upkeep. As you can see, I don't have to pay anything in yet. But if I do get any of these in here by the 3 days, we have to have a pay. And I'm not sure what that is going to be, but I think if you do have let's say a full board here, maybe tier 2, or as you can do, I think it's going to be a little bit expensive. What it is or not, I don't know yet. But we talked about you know, buildings, we talked about NPCs, we talked about cost and stuff like that. So basically, that is the what would you call it, the thing about clubs. That is the new features and whatnot. So let's head on over to some of the other features there is with this patch, but that basically concludes everything there is with clubs. So the next thing is, of course, mastery ranking. And as you can see, I'm not 300 mastery, I'm actually 413 on the PTS server. And as you can see, it costs more now for mastery points. Normally it's 100, but it costs 207 mastery points to get to the next level. I don't know what it increases with every time, or if it's the same, but it just gets more and more. In the producer letter, it said Infinium. You can go to, like, you know, Infinium. I'm not sure if that is it, but I think you can basically go pretty high. So I also got a new seal. The new seals are pretty awesome, I must say. So let's head on into the character tab, where we can see the new ranking system. So as you can see, you have all the old ones, but now you can go all the way to 1,000. And as I said, I don't know how much it increases from going like from one level to another one when you get up to like the max tier. But golden names are not gone, but they are now given to people, the 2,000 highest power mastery rank people that is on the mastery. So it's a little bit different than normally, because normally if you just hit 300 mastery, you would you receive your golden name, but now there is basically given to every week for a week's time for the person that has a golden name. So right now I can go here and see what I can get of new stuff in here, but I would like to see, I can't see the other ones right here. I would love to see that you could see what you can go for right here, but of course without you unlocking it. But I would like to see what would mastery be if you were between here or whatnot. So I would like to see it not be locked in that sense, but you could see it. I think it's pretty obvious to people that where they are on the mastery and what they can obtain. So there's also a new thing with leaderboards and stuff like that. It's not really too huge, but there is, of course, some new, more weekly contests, and there's also something about how much club experience and whatnot that people got, and so on and so on. Not too much has changed here, but leaderboards has been changed a little bit. They also changed the the experience of the week. You get a lot less leaderboard rewards. Sorry about that. Chest, and you also get a 9 life now. I don't think that's really. But you don't need 5 million anymore. You just need 2.5 million instead of the 5 million before. So that's of course this might change for the real server, live server. Sorry. The next feature I will talk about is, of course, as you might have seen in my inventory, is that now I have a radiant ring. I can't make any. Stellar ones because I don't have any stellars to make the souls out of. Basically, they made stellar souls now also, which can make stellar rings. So that's really a great feature, I would say. So ring crafting can now make, at the top level, they can make these here. So I think that's a great feature, and I think it was more or less about time. All right, so. Next thing is that there is 3 new dragons. So just want to say those. There's one with fishing. There's one with you defeating elites in shadow towers, and there's something about something in the club world and stuff like that. But the next feature I actually want to talk about is actually the night. There is an update to the night. Basically, as the Fate Trickster got an update recently, the knight also received an update. I haven't tested him out yet, how he plays now, but all I know is that the Fate Trickster update was great for the Fate Trickster, and actually put it in one of the top tier classes in the game. So hopefully the same thing happened to the knight. So maybe we'll see what the features will be for the night. So the last things I want to talk about is, of course, plasma fishing, which has been introduced to the game as well. Finally, yes, finally. Let me see if I can find it. Pretty simple. The plasma fishing is here, so now there's going to be able to get all these fish and a little bit more of mastery. Heading into talking about a little bit of different thing is that there's also, of course, a new biome, which I'm going to show you. Before that, going there, I want to show you the adventures. So basically, there's a little bit of an improvement to the UI. Basically, there's now for you to, click off events and also experience. If I go away from this. Because I have the other one going. But if I show this, I can also remove it like that, and then it's actually going to not show itself. But you can basically do a little bit. You can also remove the challenge which is going on right now, for example, and put it back on. You can also show the dungeons, so you don't have those in here as well. So there's a little bit of a customization to the UI or the interface, basically. Which I'm really, really excited about, that they might do some more of that. You can do that without basically having mods to do it for you. So as I said, I wanted to show you guys the new biome, which is very much inspired by Asian culture, I would say, and so forth. We just have to head on into the in the hub and check that one out. So it replaced Prime World 6. As you can see, it's right here on the atlas. This little beautiful thing here. So instead of it called, well, it's still called U6, but it's not called like it says Prime, like it says here. Then it says now Forbidden Spires. So my theory is that we're also going to receive a biome for 7, 8, and 9. I don't think we're going to receive a 10 before that, but I think they're going to change all these with a more specific biome, as they have the the peaks there, and they have the jungle on the 4 and neon biome on 3 and stuff like that. So I think my theory is that they're going to change these last 3 as well. So let's head into the spire and show you guys a little bit how it looks before heading out. This has been a very long video, and it's actually 3 a.m. here where I am. I wanted to make this video before I went to bed. It might have been better for me to have done it in the morning, but as you can see, this is very much inspired by Asian culture. There is of course also some dragonfly peaks over there, but as you can see, it's indicated with the golden coin, and I must say it looks absolutely beautiful, and it's absolutely amazing that we get a new biome. There's also of course new recipes and all that jazz, so a lot more stuff to do, and I can't find the dungeon I did once. There's a big dragon dungeon, a freestyle one, which looks absolutely amazing. There's a big one over there. I haven't checked any of them out yet, but that does it for this video. If you did like it, give it a like, subscribe, all that jazz. I'm sorry I'm doing this so late, and it became such a long video, and I might be mumbling and forgot a few things. I'm so sorry, but I went over the key features as I thought that it made sense for you guys. Again, you can go all the way to the description, and you can click the link, and there you take you to the patch note, which are going to show you specifically all these things that you can read, but it's a long read, just letting you know. And there's also a producer letters that is also quite extensive, but I'm very excited about this. New features is always great, and I must say congratulations, Trove, you did it again. New and amazing features that all of us, at least me, I can say that I am very excited about. So without choking on my breath, I want to sign out. Thank you again so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.